Hey yo, what's good? It's the bad guy Zeke 4-0. And what's happening, Champions fam? This is going to be a short, sweet, and brief video. The Hell in a Cell event is coming to a conclusion. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty fair to a lot of players. I have a member who literally just started, DJ Fuego. He actually got really lucky. Not only did he pull 3-star bronze Gallows, he also pulled 3-star bronze Shinsuke. And that was amazing. He's only been playing the game for a couple months and got walked away with 2 3 stars. So it shows the positivity of the game. You put in the work, you put in the effort, you strategize and execute. You will get results back. I personally am going for the million milestone. I haven't really been pressing this event like that just so I can recoup on certain resources. But if you have the resources to do certain events, then go for it. You don't have to do every single one. Just know which ones you can capitalize in. Like if you got 15K in TP, then do the TP events. If you got 100 million in coins, then do the coin event. If you got a bunch of enhances and upgrades that you've been stockpiling, and you feel like this is the event for you, then go ahead and unload all those enhancements. But ultimately, you always want to be smart. You don't want to stretch yourself thin. So always be smart when you do these events. But know that the rewards are there. The rewards are pretty solid. But always go over the milestone rewards before you even participate, so you know if it's even worth it. Again, I'm just going for that cool million. If I get Gallows here, cool. If not, oh well. I have the Shinsuke, and that's all I need. We also had the conclusion of the first ever women's faction feud, the Evolution faction feud. It was actually pretty solid. Everybody basically got a whole ton of cages if you participated in 10 brawls in the feud. This was basically to make up for the Ronda Rousey fiasco alongside with some Flash Diamond sales. Ultimately, on that note, I'm upset with the delivery and the execution of Ronda Rousey's debut, but inevitably, every player, every individual has a choice of whether they're going to pull or not. I personally would pull on the Hell in a Cell loot 10 times over than go for the Ronda loot. But if you did get her like OG Gearson was able to do, and you were willing to make that grind and do that, then salute, and I'm very happy for you. But I pray that Champions learns from this and we can move forward with a better gaming experience all the way around. But as you can see, this feud concluded and Crown Era ended up at 201. And this is one of these things I want to say to everybody who's in a faction. It's not always about having a 3-star or 4-star. It's not always about having 100K rosters. Sometimes it's just about having a heart and putting the best foot forward. Most of the members of Crown Era don't even have a 3-star female whatsoever. So it was literally a bunch of 2 stars going at it, going ham. And we were able to team up and do some cool, Dragon Ball Z stuff. Like somebody comes in, take on a 3-star, and then the other one comes in and fights him for a little bit. And you know what? Was it tedious? Yes. But the experience to know that you got people in your team, especially during a 5-team feud, to know they got your back is very crucial and it's very important. And so sometimes having the restrictions, having the certain requirements for certain feuds, that allows you to see the true potential of not only your faction, but you as the player, because you're able to be able to adapt and take on different challenges when other people will probably be like, oh no, we're not doing this at all. So even playing at our leisure, we were able to get the 201, and we're still headed towards the top 100. So be on the lookout, best believe. Um, Headliner chips were amazing, as you saw, like right over here. Well, in the milestone rewards, headliner chips are actually like at the far left of the milestone rewards every time. I was able to get my final kettlebell for Big Cass, 3-star gold coming, saving that for a future event, and I am so grateful because he has cleared so much content for me. He's basically the powerhouse farmer, and he is magnificent, and he just can literally two-turn everybody. But again, it's always a hit and a miss with that damage sometimes. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not. But he's still able to keep you in there. So I'm so grateful to do my 2 headliner chip pulls, and I was able to get the last kettlebell that I needed. And I'm getting stacked for days on these Godfather hats. My strikers are going to be set. But with that being said earlier, as I mentioned, 5-team feuds, 2-team feuds are the meta of champions. We do not need any more of these. The lag was horrible. So many crown ones had to leave, and I'm pretty sure other faction members had to do either set their factions to open or had to accept a lot of people or kick a lot of people. It was a very hard time because of 5-team feuds. The lag is horrible. The 00 glitch is more consistent, more frequent. It's not a good look, champion. So I pray we do not see any more of these. Again, the max amount should be 3 and the minimum 2. Just get rid of the 5-team. It doesn't work anymore. And with so many factions being so like top built with so many members, that's like at first you're thinking, oh, this is great. Like this is going to allow us to all get in. But no, 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 no. The way to go is 2-team feuds, hands down. Point blank. Period. Point blank. Period. Now my question is, where did any of you run into Ronda? I actually got lucky and did not run into a 3-star gold or 4-star Ronda, but from the video, the gameplay videos and stuff that I've seen from Garrison, she is a monster. She does deserve the title. She does deserve the presence that she has in the game. But again, the way they went about her it was lackluster, lackluster. But definitely a great champion though. And if she does show up in Player's Choice, if she does show up in the women's loot later on, then best believe the bad guys going after her then, but definitely not now. Not now. Hell in a Cell loot all day until finish up on that Hell in a Cell loot, get what you can, get out, and then bounce. I was able to go ahead and do a 55 pull. Got real blessed. I was able to get enough shards to fuse up my tech Brett from 2-star silver to 3-star silver, and do the same for my Mark Henry that from 2-star gold to 3-star silver. So that was a blessing in itself as well. I was able to get a fuse up for Henry to take him from 2-star silver to 2-star gold, and then I was able to get that. So that was a blessing in disguise. I was also able to get some real cool shard bags, and I was able to get the shards for 4 champions that I really want. 4 champions I really can't wait to get. Technician DDP, Master of the Diamond Cutter, Mr. Perfect Technician New Gen, Braun Strowman, Monster Amongst Men, and the creme de la creme in my mind, just because I always loved his entrance and his energy. I was able to get 10 shards for Ultimate Warrior. The Hell in a Cell loot was one of the biggest blessings to a lot of people, and I just pray that we see better situations come. The shards are literally becoming an iffy thing now because it does kind of blur the line of knowing if you get anything really good, because you can get a whole bunch of shard bags like I did in Hell in a Cell. I got literally like 27 shard bags from the Hell in a Cell loot, and I'm not mad because I was able to get those champions in Warrior, DDP, Perfect, and Braun. But at the same time, I'm also looking like those could have been actual cards of champions I have, or a brand new champion altogether. And then, like I explained with the Ronda Rousey loot, having the card and the shards in there, it kind of blurs the lines of success. So it's kind of one of those. We'll see what happens. We have to see it live more before the final verdict can be made. And you don't want to knock something all the way, especially when it's just been introduced. But I'm also noticing the Achilles heel of this is that it could work for you and it can also work against you very bad. And I don't want anyone losing out on their money when they had a better chance prior. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all did with this faction feud, the Evolution faction feud. How did you and your ladies do? What milestone are you on? What milestone are you going for? Like I said, I'm 50,000 away from a million. I'm going to do that easy, clear out the Carl Anderson tours, and boom, I got my Shinsuke, and I am good. I can run a roll off into the sunset without an issue, without a headache, or without a regret. And also, now that we know that DX and NWO are here, now that we know that Evolution, the first ever women's pay-per-view, is coming, what event do you want to see next? Do you think we should get a break? Do you think we should hold out? What do you feel? What do you feel should happen next in Champions? I personally think it would be cool to see a women's event for Evolution. I also know that the women's roster is pretty limited at the moment, and I know that Asuka's probably on the way. But still, what would you like then? What would you prefer? The one thing that I would actually like to see now that we've seen DX and NWO, I think it would be cool to have a DX versus NWO event run coinciding with Survivor Series because you have the teams like Team Raw, Team SmackDown. It would be cool to have an NWO versus DX event. That would be a very cool possibility. Plus, you could wrap it all together with Black Friday as well. So that's my personal thought. But what do you think? Should we get another event? Do you want a break from events? Do you want to see feuds come back more? What about Invasion? There's just a lot of possibilities here. We had a little stumble and fall, but we rise again. And I just want to see champions move forward, and I want to see all of you have the best experience. So with that being said, always remember this: bad times don't last forever, but bad guys do. Zeke 4-0, Crowned Arizona, family first, royalty always, rank 201, top 100 coming. Join the family, join royalty. The crown holds you down, and stay tuned. And once again, what event do you want to see come next to WWE Champions? Peace.